Hi all, Hipper here. Now Yubari is probably not the first ship you think about when you think agile builds, but actually it is the most agile build in the game. If you can see here, after I put my new Baltimore Rudder on my Mikawa build, we're up at 99 maneuverability, and that's the highest I've ever seen in the game for a cruiser. Uh, in reality, I think Wichita feels more agile than Yubari. Um, so honestly, I don't know why it's 99. It feels like a 90 to me, but I guess maybe it's down to the very tiny turning radius, I guess. Well, who knows? According to the game, it's 99, so that's what we are going to say that it is. So here we are, and this ship does not like to get too close to enemies, and there's no need to do that really. Like, your torps are rubbish, and you don't have any armor, and you don't have any sonar, so there's really no point going looking for destroyers, because you'll have to wait for them to come to you. There's no way you can find them anyway. So what this ship does have, though, is a special upgrade that makes the guns razor accurate. Like, of course you can miss with this ship, but you miss a lot less than with other ships. Especially destroyers at far away is very, very easy to hit. Now, this is not a very popular ship. I don't see many people playing it, and I don't blame them. It can be a very frustrating ship. But if you just keep your distance, like 10 kilometers, and you just wiggle your way around, like, see here, I don't even think it's that agile. So I'm doubting this 99 number a little bit. But anyway, this is as agile as it comes, apparently, in the game. And, like I said before, I think Wichita is more agile. But who am I to judge? I'm just a player here. So anyway, keep your distance and just use these laser accurate guns to slowly whittle away the enemy's health. The torps are really only for like self-defense, or if you can catch someone at an island ambush or something like that. Your best bet in this ship is just to stay at distance and set fires. So here I'm trying to turn around this island here to my left, so I can set up a torp run on this Karlsruhe here. It looks like he's heading in towards us, so I'll need to go behind the island here, A, so I can shoot at him without taking damage, and B, because I want to close the distance unseen, so I can launch a torp attack on this guy here. And he's preoccupied with the other 3 ships out there, so yeah, I don't really know why he's rushing in, but that's good for me. See, the torp angles are atrocious on this ship here. It's really hard to get them in play, and that's why I rarely use them, actually. It's an unusual game, this one here, for me. I actually use my torps. So we just change to AP here, see if we can get in a few citadels. I don't have a lot of luck with citadels in the ship here, and as you can see. So I tend to just stick to AP unless I have a full-on broadside at less than 5 or 6 kilometers, something like that. So it looks like I'm going to get a torp hit here, and that's good. Just get a little bit in there beforehand. A nice devastating strike there. So there's still a few guys left on this flank here, and we'll just take care of them first before we move on towards the rest of the map. There's a destroyer here somewhere, and then there's that cruiser up here that's hiding. So we gotta get rid of them first, and then we can move on. So now I'm lining up a very aggressive run on this guy here. As soon as he comes out from his rock here, I am just gonna, well, pretty much rush him and get as many shots on him as possible while I avoid his. And I have a battleship behind me to back me up. So I'm hoping that that guy will help me keep this guy occupied. So as long as you can like dodge shots in this ship here, you'll do fine. The main problem is to get hit, obviously. But now we're gonna take an AP shot here, see what happens. Just keeping an eye on that destroyer over there. Not gonna fall for his torp antics. And that was just in time because I lost my engine now and I'm a sitting duck. But he cannot hit me with torps now because he's behind the island. So we just have to focus on this Phoenix here. Get him out of the way. He's starting to show broadside now. So we'll just do a little bit more HE. And then when he's absolutely 90 degrees on, we'll switch to AP like I did here. And you're going to witness something amazing. Actually, Yubari getting a citadel here. Wow. Doesn't happen a lot, I'll tell you that. And if that's not it, we're gonna get another one even. Fantastic. And he misses with his torps. That was the only thing I was a bit worried about there. So the other destroyer has spotted this kamikaze here, which is good because, like I said, Yubari has no way of spotting destroyers except if you get up right next to them. So now that he has been spotted, we are going to take him on. See here how accurate these guns are. It's really nice. Like I like ships where when you shoot, you actually hit, and that's probably why I don't like battleships much. I don't like the lottery of their guns, where you shoot, and if RNG smiles upon ye, then you'll get a citadel or a hit, and if not, then you can shoot a whole broadside and not hit anything within 7 kilometers, for example. I just don't think that's fun. So that's why I play very little battleships. But on the other hand, when I do play battleships, I usually play the Germans, who have the worst dispersion. So yeah, go figure. So here, with the rudder comes in here, because I was pretty sure he fired torps this way, so that's why I changed my direction. And I don't think we will be able to do that with a slower rudder. So that's good. As you can see, I've been using my rudder almost entirely in this game. I haven't really been hiding behind islands much. And that's the way I play my cruisers anyway. But like you see, you can do that with the Yubari as well. And there he is. And he realizes his mistake, trying to ram, but it's too late. And away with him. No seal clubbing for that kamikaze, at least today. So we got this flank cleaned up here, so we're gonna head towards our base now. And on the way, I'm just gonna try and see if I can get a few shots in on that battleship sitting in the enemy base. But I'm not going to engage him. It's our base is higher priority right now. So I'm going to head towards our own base to defend it. Because it looks like our troops have been wiped out on the right flank. So each of us have a flank now. We are up one destroyer though, so that's a plus. So now I'm just getting a peek at this Britannia here, and he's out of my range, and like I said before, the base is higher priority, so I'm just gonna let him sit there and then hope the destroyer can do something about it. So I'm just trying to get the battleship up here because a Kirov just turned up, and that is bad news for Yubari. And this thing can take me out in one shot. So I will have to see if I can't fire some torps to keep him on the other side of those two islands there. But to do that, I need to mess with these horrible torp angles. And they really are just atrocious. Now, if you saw, he was still out of range, so I decided not to use my torps yet. Just give him a few shells, and then I beach myself, which is perfect. So I'll make another effort now to see if I can't get my torps off. This is why I say only use torps on the ship if you are in a situation like this where you can fumble around for a long time, because it takes a long time to get a good shot set up. Now we finally have it here. He's in range. We just need to turn so we get the torps on target, but because of that island I can't do it. So it's just it's very frustrating. There we go, we got him, and now he's got me targeted, but I'm very lucky that someone else takes him out. So that was a lot of effort for absolutely nothing there. And yeah, those torps are just there for cosmetic reasons, basically. They are good for almost nothing, because you put yourself in such a vulnerable position to be able to fire them. Especially in a ship like this, where if you're that close to a Kirov, like usually you're dead. So now we have a Wyoming closing in here, and it's getting a little bit tight in here in the cap, so I'm gonna head out a bit so I can play my ship to its strengths, and its strength is not to sit in here in the cap and have nowhere to run. I need to be in open water, and as you can see, I'm trying to get behind an island so I can shoot this guy without taking any return fire. Like, the only way I can take out this Wyoming here is to burn him down. Like, if I get, or I'll ambush him around the island, but if he's too smart to do that, which he is, then I'll have to burn him. I have no other option. Now I'm just gonna fire some precautionary torps here to keep that battleship away. Don't want him to come in here yet. As you can see, I waited to shoot until I could be very close to this island here, so I can fall off detection and still be able to hit this guy here. Now this is going to be a very slow, painful death by 1,000 shells, but I don't really have an option in Yubari. So yeah, if you can get Yubari in a position like this, you're gonna have a good time, because there's no one who really can touch you. And I mean, we are pretty equally with 3 battleships versus 2 battleships and a cruiser, but we're very, very tight on points. So I don't want to get sunk, because that means we'll definitely lose. So I'm being very careful not to get in the line of fire. I just keep hounding this Wyoming here to have him burn and get out of the game. Now, if you notice this New York battleship here to my rear inside the cap, he kind of loses this battle force, probably not on purpose, but like, it's a perfect example of why chasing kills sometimes is not the best play. You see, this Wyoming here is near death. He's gonna burn out in a few seconds anyway. And there's a Britannia entering the cap, and yet the New York, there's one salvo. He shoots at this Wyoming here to get the kill, when those salvos would be much better spent on the enemy Britannia entering the cap. So here's another one. So he shot 3 times at this Wyoming here to get the kill, while leaving that broadside Britannia completely by itself. And of course it takes him out immediately. So yeah, well. So now it's just me versus this Britannia here, and I'll do whatever I can to reset the timer. But that's about all I can contribute with. So here we just do a little fake turn here to avoid his shells. Very nice. And unfortunately we are just behind on points, but we are ahead on capping, but that doesn't really matter. There's no way we can do it in time. So yeah, I mean, don't be that New York. That's pretty much the lesson from this video here. And I mean, I think this extra rudder really helps out on Yubari, and I think this is the build I'm going to use on this ship from now on. So that means that if you can get a decent game in Yubari, then you can get a decent game in any cruiser with an agile build. Especially because Yubari is so squishy that you will need to evade properly, otherwise, yeah, you'll have a very short game. So anyway, that's the end of this game here, and not a barn burner or anything, but it's a decent game, and we did lose, although I think unfairly so, but I mean, that happens all the time. So anyway, that's Yubari for you guys with a 3-second rudder and a, what was it, 99 maneuverability score, which is the best for a cruiser in the game, to my knowledge. Iwaki is very close at 98, but it's not 99, obviously. Alright, well, I'll see you out there.